Okay, so a few days ago, the devs released a blog or an announcement talking about how they want to change the player's main character to better fit the player's expectations of having a main character. And while everyone is talking about improving the main stats or giving them a throne to give a tribe-wide buff, there might be a better solution. And of course, it's probably because it's my idea. We all understand the basic lore and the problem our main character has. Our main character was about to be sacrificed and managed to escape when a rival tribe invaded. As we stumbled around, we found the ruin and the mask which attached itself to us. Now, once we recruit an NPC and we upgrade the mask, we gain the ability to control them. When we do, we become the NPC and our main body slumps to the ground and has no utility or usefulness at that point. Now here's the thing. The mask is clearly the interface for an ancient computer. It talks about data, uploads, downloads, upgrades, and so on. When the main character puts it on, it automatically attaches to them, and if we were watching an anime, the mask would register the player as a new user, and we'd watch them create a harem of beautiful tribeswomen. The goal of making the main character less powerful than the grunts you recruit is so the player is incentivized to control and play as those grunts. The devs aren't shying away from that according to their post. But at the same time, players want to play as their main characters, the character they designed in the character creator. So here's my idea. Have you ever seen The Matrix?
Jiu-jitsu. I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu. Holy shit.
Hey, Mikey, I think he likes it. How about some more?
Hell yes. I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
Humans are able to download knowledge directly to their brains, bypassing years of training and practice. So what if the mask did that for the main character? You deter and recruit a grunt to work at the camp, and if you needed to venture out, you went up to that grunt to copy their abilities and you went on your way. You'd copy everything, retaining the benefits of searching for and recruiting the best grunts for your tribe. On the flip side, maybe you could when you were finished, you could transfer your experience gains back to that grunt or something like that. Something like Naruto's clones when he dismisses them, because once he sends one out, it learns something, it disappears, and then he suddenly gets all that knowledge back. There's something to that effect. I don't know, that one sounds kind of weird, but that's still part of the idea, I suppose. Now, in my opinion, I really like controlling the NPCs to do stuff. I don't mind the main body slumping to the ground in the camp. It's just there like a workbench. Because no matter what, I mean, if I find a NPC that's great and it has a body that I'd never used myself, sometimes it turns out that I enjoyed playing as them. There was this really tall Amazon character that I ended up using, and I miss her. She was on my last playthrough, but it's a really unexpectedly fun aspect of Soulmask. But that's my opinion. There are lots of other players who simply want to play as the character they created, and this is where the devs should find a way to enable the player's choice on the matter. When copying a grunt's abilities, the player can have the option of copying their appearance or not. Maybe the copying ability forces the player to copy the grunt's physical form at first, but has an upgrade that will let the player maintain their physical form after copying the abilities of something else. This way, the player has the choice of whether to unlock that node or not, after playing with multiple forms for a little bit, as the devs have kind of want the players to do. When the player dies out in the world, the mask resurrects them in their default state and they can copy the NPC again as they head out. This would completely remove the need for the mysterious table's ability to recreate lost NPCs, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. This mechanic was designed to save the work that players put into searching for the perfect warrior or miner anyway. It also maintains the incentive to rescue your grunts from rival tribes from being sacrificed, because if you lose that NPC, you can no longer copy their abilities. Another benefit in this way is if you copy your warrior, you can leave the real warrior behind to continue patrolling and protecting the tribe while you head out on an adventure. Same thing with your miner. They stay behind to continue smashing rocks while you head out to mine more difficult minerals to get. The other benefit to this is that there shouldn't be very much rebalancing required, since we're tweaking the control scheme to transfer abilities instead of consciousness. It'll also make it easier to read the names of other players that are controlling grunts. Right now, we'll see the name of the grunt and the controller's name, which is kind of wonky, but if we've just copied their abilities, we're still the main character, and the name won't need to change at all. Unfortunately, I don't know how much work went into the control system, and I don't know how ingrained it is in the game, but I imagine that suggesting this kind of change is much easier than it actually is to implement it. Either way, that's the idea I had for the main problem in Soulmask. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all for today. You're welcome.